too, Fried. It's been a damn minute. I've been lazy. I've been getting stoned. I've been enjoying myself. What was you on about?
I thought those were my clothes.
Why would she have your clothes?
You gave me one of
Because
Oh.
they're your clothes. I just thought it was one of mine.
Oh.
You have
Anyways.
half my I just picked all my clothes out of your closet. I didn't get them out of my basket.
Oh.
These are all my clothes just
Oh,
sitting in your
well,
closet.
suck my dick. Anyways, so yeah, I got lazy. Hopefully everything will get back on to going normal. I'll be consistent. Whatever, you can get over it. I got 2 subscribers anyways. But yeah, with all that being said, hopefully we can be more consistent. And let's get into today's story time. So, today's story time happened fairly recent on this most recent vacation I went to, right? And a lot of shocking, right? So today I'm fixing to be telling y'all about the time I got my aunt so stoned that she crashed the whip. Alright? And you're probably like, Fried, why? Why would you do that? And I was like, and it's just, I didn't do it on purpose. Shall I say that? Oh, hey, yo, the new op. It's got Mozzie's weapon. Okay. Anyways, so let's hop into the story time, right? So this happened literally last week, all right? So this story starts out, we'll say, yeah, on a Sunday morning, because Sunday is the day I had left for this vacation. So Sunday morning is where this all kicks off, right? So Sunday's the day that we're going to the beach. We're driving down to Florida, and it's about like an 8-hour drive, right? So I wake up this Sunday morning and I'm ready. I'm chilling. I got all my goodies. I got me about maybe 3 carts, and I got me like 2 things of wax, and I think I had just like a little bit of bud, right? So I wake up this Sunday morning with all my goodies. Oh my god, I have not played in so long. But anyways, I wake up this Sunday morning with all my goodies, and I'm ready for this car trip. Like I'm just vibing, right? I am ready. I'm ready to go balls to the wall this week. I'm ready to have a good week, right? So the drive down was all fine. Took a couple blinks before we left. You know, got myself feeling quite nice, I shall say. Got me feeling quite sensational, as one should say, right? So after that very brief 8 hours in that car ride, we get to the beach house. And for the first like, I think for the first day, first day or 2, everything was normal, right? We just went down to the beach, we went down to the ocean, you know, classic beach stuff, right? Went out in the ocean, had a great time, snuck into the pool next door. You know how it is, right? The standard beach stuff. But anyways, I'm dead. But wow, we really just got dropped. But anyways, like I said, just normal beach stuff for the first couple days. Alright. But then this is when my aunt comes in is when stuff gets crazy. So it is now it's now the second day of the beach, I should say, I think. Yeah, it is now the second day of the beach. And I have my girlfriend with me. So me and my girlfriend have just figured out that my aunt is coming in. My aunt's coming in, and you know, I'm hyping my aunt up. We're both hyping my aunt up because we both met her. Well, obviously I've met her, but you know, she's met her. We know she's a goat, right? And she's coming down. We just know it's going to be a good week, right? So she still has to drive down. She still has like a 4-hour drive down to the beach house where we're staying at, right? 4 hours and a half. Anyways, so with that time window, we just end up going to a place called Pier Park, right? It's right down the street from the beach house. We go to this place called Pier Park, and what Pier Park is it's got like a whole bunch of stores, like clothing stores, food stores, and all that, right? So me and my whole family, we all go to Pier Park, and we're going to the Crocs store. We're going to re-up on some Crocs, right? Get some of the little freaking designer things. I was an idiot and spent like $40 on 6 of them, like a dumbass. But you know, they had my money in their pockets. There's some hoes. It's whatever, right? So, hey, at least I'm not paying for an escort, right? Anyways, so after getting the Crocs, right, I'd got me some little weed things for my Crocs, right, just to show everyone that I'm chill like that. I be doing the drugs like that. So, right. So after getting my little weed things for my Crocs, I don't know what you gonna call them, but I guess you can call them whatever. We're gonna call them Croc balls. Yeah. So I got my little weed Croc balls, right? And I put them on my Crocs, and I'm heading. And you're probably like, Fried, why are you telling me that you put them on your Crocs? You'll see in a second. So after getting the Croc balls, we go. And so my aunt is chilling because she had just got there. So we all walk up, we say our heys, our highs, and everything, right? We say our highs, you know, we ask everyone how we're doing, we all catch up. And then my aunt sees my Crocs. And she goes, do you have any? Because I had these weed things on my Crocs, and she was asking, do you have any? And my parents were around and everything, so at the moment I was just like, no. Knowing damn well I had me 3 grams of wax, I had some bud, and I had me some freaking carts, right? I had me some Benjamins. I was big chillin', but I said I wasn't for the time, right?
You got one female weed?
Dude, just let me get.
What are we arguing about? Who's hitting the neck?
She's like, oh, you feeding off my shit for like a week.
Y'all both feed off each other.
Well, I'm talking about
Well, he's the
before
one.
that.
He's the one that's supposed to be quitting.
Balls to the wall with that. Anyways, back on track, right? Where was I? Oh yeah, Aunt Carolyn asked, do I have any? And I was like, no, I ain't got any. So, fast forward to later that night, like after everyone's gone to bed, like my mom's gone to bed, everyone has gone to bed, right? And so my aunt, she asked again, once like we're all alone, she goes, do you have any? And she was meaning weed, and I was like, I just kept saying I didn't even give her like a for real answer, right? And then my girl out of nowhere goes, yeah, we got little carts. And my aunt goes, what's a cart? And I'm like, oh, we're fucked. We got the opposition in the group, right? The mommy's gonna figure out, and we're going off to boarding school. We're fucked, right? But turns out we weren't fucked. Cause then my aunt just goes, well, can I take a puff? And I was dumbfounded because I had not thought that anyone in my family had smoked but me. Like, I was dumbfounded as fuck. And so my girl goes and gets her Benjamin out of her bag. Right? And she goes and she gives it to my Aunt Kim. Just puffing, dude. She starts kind of chiefing a little bit. Right? Oh my god, it's a 1v5. And I got dogged on. But my aunt just starts chiefing, right? She just starts feeling right. And then my aunt suggests that we go to a dispensary, meaning a smoke shop. And me and my girl, we were both down for this. We were like, hell yeah. And she was like, okay, I can get y'all a free pen since y'all got me one. And we were like, oh, bet. Bet, right? So a couple of days pass of all of us letting this information sit, letting it soak, right? Letting this newfound information that we have like 8 or 4 stoners in the family / drug addicts, we just let it sit. But then on like, I'd say the 5th day of the trip, we go to that smoke shop, right? We go to that smoke shop, and at first we went to a real dispensary instead of a smoke shop, cause my aunt's plug, shall say, whatever you want to call it, right? My aunt's plug had said you need to get stuff from a dispensary, so we went to an actual like medical dispensary. And so when we went in, obviously they asked for the med card, and well, my aunt just said, "What do you mean?" Like she didn't even process that she needed a little card to get it. She was like, "Oh, so I just have to live in Florida. Unless I live in Florida, I can't get it from here." And the poor old lady at the desk was just finally like, "Yeah." She just said, "Yeah." I think she was just trying to get us like out of the store, but she just said, "Yeah." So with that newfound information, we all leave. Me, my girl, and my aunt. We all just leave. And now we're just kind of scoping around. We're kind of scoping around for a little shop to come up on, right? So I start looking up on Google, you know, shops around me, and we find one. We finally find the hit. We find the one we're gonna use. We find the one where we're gonna go get the goods, right? And so it's a good 12 minutes away from the original dispensary, right? So we make our little jolly asses a happy trail over there. We make our jolly asses a happy trail over to the next location, the next smoke shop. We all migrate, shall one person, holy, I cannot talk. One should say, right? We started migrating. And so after about 15, 12 minutes, we get to this new smoke shop. And the first thing my aunt says as soon as we get in is, "I don't know what I'm doing, so I brought my kids here to help me." And I was like, "Oh my God, we're not getting sold to," because I thought this dude was fixing to ID all three of us, thinking that, we were underage, which we totally aren't, like 100%. But
Not underage.
yeah, not underage, but we still had the worry, right? So I think what we picked up was my aunt ended up spending like probably close to $160 in this little smoke shop, right? We had got us some bud and 3 carts, right? We had kind of basically like a little re-up, you shall say. Right, so we get all our goodies and we get in the car. And we get like 5 minutes down the road from the smoke shop, and my aunt just goes, "Yo, Fried, let me take a puff." And I was like, "Okay, my aunt want a chief? Why she whipping the whip? I bet." So I gave her her pen that she bought, and she just started hitting. She took 1 or 2 hits, and then she was like, "Oh my God, I can feel it. I can feel it for real." And I was like, "Oh, nice. That's good." And then she brings up the bright idea of going to Taco Bell. Right, nothing has gone wrong at this point yet, right? Yet. So she brings up the idea of getting Taco Bell. And so of course my fat jolly ass says, "Yes, I want Taco Bell." Knowing I'm about to get me the 4 cheese roll up special. Wow, bop. But anyways, knowing I'm about to get me a 4 cheese roll up special with some cinnamon twists, like the fat ass I am, right? So we get to the Taco Bell drive-thru, and this is how I should have known that shit was just gonna hit the wall, because my aunt could barely order her food. She kept mixing up all the words. She kept saying just some whack shit, right? Like she had no idea what she was talking about. And the lady at the drive-thru was just so done. She was just like, "Yes, ma'am. Yes, okay." Like you could tell she was annoyed. But we finally get through this tremendous order, and we get our food, and we go on to the next location. And the next place we're going is the key place, because she's got to make keys for the beach house. All right, so we sit there, we get to the key place, we eat our food, she goes in, she gets the keys, right? On the way home is when everything went to shit. Right? So, alright, so we pull out of the key place and we're starting to make our commute on the way home. And at first she's going the right way, but then I haven't even given my aunt a name. Ashley, Aunt Ashley, right? Aunt Ashley decides she wants to make a U-turn. So she makes a U-turn and goes the opposite way from where we were supposed to be going. And you're probably like, oh, Fried, that happens. People go the wrong way sometimes. But no. The thing is, we had just came from this other way. So she basically just made a fucking circle. Like a little fucking half circle, right? Until I was in the passenger seat and I was finally like, hey, Aunt Ashley, we gotta make a U-turn. The house is the other way. And she was like, oh, is it? Are you sure, honey? And I was like, yeah, it is. And so we make our little U-turn and we're going, right? And everything's fine. But I didn't notice this, but my girl pointed out about how my aunt was going like 25 miles an hour in a 45. Like normally. Like with nobody in front of her. So that just adds to the situation. Alright, but we get about maybe like 5 minutes down the road and we get to turn onto our road. And this is where everything goes to shit. We get in the middle lane, right? Or like, you know, the little section where you're supposed to make a U-turn or turn into the road. So we get in there, right? And we're getting ready to turn. First car goes by, you know, nothing happens. So I just get on my phone, right? I'm just watching reels. And then I feel the car starting to move and then I hear a fucking pop! And then I hear brakes screeching. And then I'm over here just fucking jolting in my seat. Like from the impact we just took. Looking like a go-kart crash at the fucking track, right? So we have now crashed. And the whole time we were crashing, my Aunt Ashley's just going, oh shit, I'm going to jail. I'm done for. I've lost my license. I'm screwed. And I'm over here and I'm like, what the what do you mean? We have so much shit on us. What are you talking about? You're going to jail. And she was like, oh, just put it all in my bag. Put it all in my bag. So that's what we do. We put it all in her bag after hitting this random woman, right, who was probably just on vacation. Right, and it wasn't even really that bad of a crash. Like, it was really just like a little scrape.
It was not a little scrape.
It wasn't a crash to make the car undrivable. The headlights still worked and everything, right? Because we literally skid the front of their car. But it literally had just dented the hell out of my Aunt Ashley's car, right? So while we're waiting for all the information to get exchanged, and while we're waiting for the cops to get there, my Aunt Ashley just looks over to me and she goes, Fried, I am so fucked up. And I was like, oh my god, you cannot be saying this right now. Why are you can't be saying this right now. You gotta keep that shit on the low, Aunt Ashley. You gotta keep it low. You can't be admitting to the crime, right? And she's like, oh yeah, you're right. And then she's just sitting there chain smoking. I think she went through like 2 packs of freaking cigarettes in the last hour or two, right? And she's still just saying while we're waiting for this cop for the next hour, like, oh, I was so stoned, I didn't see her. I'm so stoned. And I was like, Aunt Ashley, you're gonna have to quit admitting to being fucked up while driving. And she was like, okay, you're right. And so then the cop pulls up, and he gets everybody's information. He takes it back to his car and he's starting to do his little, I guess, Jesus Christ. Holy crap. Fuck a rabbit and put it on a stick. Holy shit. Holy fuck. But anyways, the cop's doing his little background check. He's doing his little background check, right? And while he's doing his little background check, my aunt just turns to me again and goes, Fried, I was so fucked up during that crash. And I was like, oh my god, the cop is right behind us. You can't be saying that. And she was like, oh yeah, I forgot. And so after like 2 or 3 hours, we finally get all our information. We tell the little motherfuckers that we hit that we're sorry. She's just apologizing and she's thinking that she's gonna lose her license, trying to get all that figured out. Alright. But yeah, moral of the story, don't don't be intoxicated while driving, or if you are, be safe.
Drink and drive. It's great.
Oh, all right. Do not drink and drive. But
Drink and drive every day you can.
But with all that being said, I hope y'all have a great day, and hopefully there's finna be more videos coming up. And if you're in traffic and you feel like rear-ending somebody, go ahead. Go ahead, if you can afford it, do it. You know what I'm saying? But with all that being said, I hope you motherfuckers have a great night. I'll see y'all. The key's not working. Hold up.